What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be discussing the box office for this weekend, specifically a Minecraft movie, which, if you haven't heard, is absolutely shattering records. This is not something that I don't think really anybody saw coming. I can remember at school, the Thursday before when I went to school, everybody was like showing when they had tickets to go see this thing. And I was like, in that moment, I was like, I think this is going to be a bit bigger than anybody thinks it's going to be. And yeah, it is a lot bigger. This is absolutely insane. It ended up with $163 million on its domestic opening weekend and $313 million on its worldwide opening weekend. And that means that it is the highest, it's the record for the biggest video game adaptation opening weekend of all time, beating out the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which came out 2 years ago, to $146 million. And it even bested Barbie's opening weekend of $162 million. Just barely beat it by $1 million. And so it ended up beating Barbie, which is just absolutely insane. And chances are, by the end of this year, unless something else comes around that just does something nobody's expecting it to do, a Minecraft movie will more than likely be the biggest opening weekend of the year, like by the end of the year. Like it's gonna hold that title all throughout 2025, which is just absolutely insane and something that I don't think anybody expected. Obviously, the Minecraft movie is huge IP, and the younger generations showed up for this thing in droves. I know I took some of my friends to go see it, and some of my friends took their friends to go see it, and it was like we were in different screens, and the theaters were absolutely electric. Like the atmosphere in those theaters were insane. Some of the lines that the characters would say, like we all knew them, right? I am Steve, chicken jockey. Everybody knew those lines, and the theaters would just blow up when they heard those lines. Like it was absolutely insane and a great atmosphere to watch a movie in. And 64% of the audience that went to go see this movie is actually audience that would be deemed infrequent moviegoers. Basically, moviegoers that don't like go see a movie every weekend. So 32% of the audience that went to go see Minecraft hadn't seen a movie in they usually about see a movie like every other month. And then another 32% of the audience don't go see movies once or twice a year. So this really hit with the audience that just really never goes to see the movies that much, which is great. I mean, you can get to that audience, that's fantastic. And obviously you see this number here, everybody went to go see this movie. This was absolutely huge. So if we go ahead and head on over to the top 10 here, and obviously, as you can see, a Minecraft movie tops the weekend with $163 million, almost $40,000 average per screen, which is just great, or per theater average. Coming in at number 2, A Working Man dropped 53%, made $7.2 million in its second weekend. Another new one, The Chosen, Last Supper Part 2, made almost $7 million, so that one's doing very well. Number 4, we have a film that is not doing very well. Disney's Snow White, which dropped almost 60% in its third weekend, only making about $6 million. And that film it's looking like that film is not even going to make it to $100 million domestically. That is insane, considering the last live-action remake they did, The Little Mermaid, made $100 million in one weekend. And this thing isn't going to be able to do it in its entire run. That is ridiculously bad for Disney and for the Snow White brand. All right, coming in at number 5, we have The Woman in the Yard, which made $4.5 million, down 52% on its second weekend. Coming in at number 6, we have Death of a Unicorn, the A24 film, down 53% with $2.6 million. That film's up to $10 million overall domestically. Number 7, The Chosen Last Supper Part 1, made about $1.9 million, and that dropped 84%. And then coming in at number 8, we have Heck of a Summer, which came in at $1.7 million. And then number 9, we had The Friend with $1.6 million. And then coming in at number 10, we had Captain America Brave New World with $1.3 million, down 54% in its 8th weekend. So, back to a Minecraft movie for a minute. This film is absolutely doing just numbers at the box office right now. And it does beg the question, like, obviously Warner Bros. Is going to be doing a Minecraft movie too. Like, there's no doubt. The post-credit scene in the movie definitely hinted at a part 2 coming, and there's no way they're not going to greenlight part 2 after this. So it will easily be getting a sequel. They'll probably want to do an entire franchise. Like, they're going to milk this one dry after this. So they're probably going to make like 5 Minecraft movies by the end of it, and they're all going to make just as much money, if not more than this, because the Minecraft brand sells. But it does beg the question, what will Hollywood kind of take away from this movie? Because I think there's a lot to take away from it. Like, for one, are they going to make more video game adaptation movies? Because the reason that this movie took off was because of the internet and how the Gen Z, it had the iconic lines from the trailers that just blew up and everybody knew them. And so is that going to change the way theaters market films that are made for kids and teenagers? Like, are they going to market more towards how they did with Minecraft because of how well it worked? And so are they going to try to take advantage of the internet a little bit more and try to become more mainstream, an internet sensation, and try to recreate this lightning in a bottle that they caught with a Minecraft movie? But it also begs the question of whether or not they're going to do more video game adaptations, and what other video game adaptations could they do. And I think there's a lot of video games that they could do that would not do as well as Minecraft. The only game that I could think of that they could do a movie about that might do similar to Minecraft would be Fortnite. It's a game that, I mean, it's a big discussion whether or not Minecraft or Fortnite is more popular, and so, Fortnite is on the popular level of Minecraft, the popularity level of Minecraft, and so if Fortnite, if they took advantage of it, they could make a movie with a similar strategy of marketing as a Minecraft movie did, and they could do just as well. So it would not surprise me if they also greenlight a Fortnite movie very soon as well. And obviously we have the Legend of Zelda movie that just got announced that they're making. I think Sony is helming that project. So the Legend of Zelda is a big property that will do very well. So there's a lot of video games they could go for that would do pretty well. But I think after this movie, Hollywood's definitely going to want to kind of look at this and learn a few things from it moving forward. So if we talk, let's go and talk about next weekend. We have a few movies. We've got like 3 movies coming out next weekend. There's Warfare, there's Drop, and then there's The Amateur. And I think that The Amateur is probably going to make around, I would say, $12.5 million. Drop is probably going to make $11.2 million. And then Warfare will probably, I'll say make about $8.6 million. So those are the 3 coming out next weekend. And we'll see how Minecraft does on its second weekend, because if it performs like Five Nights at Freddy's did, which is very similar to this, video game adaptation, big audience, Five Nights at Freddy's dropped 76% on its second weekend. I don't think Minecraft is going to do that necessarily, because I think this is a bigger franchise than Five Nights at Freddy's is. It kind of just depends, what the general audience thinks about this movie, or how many repeat viewings of the fans. I've had a couple of my friends ask me, are we going to see it again, next weekend? So, if that's everywhere, then this thing could do really well in its second weekend, but we'll just have to kind of wait and see. But if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment down below, what do you think of Minecraft movie's opening weekend? Did you go see it? Did you like it? I thought it was a pretty good film as a fan of the games, and it was a phenomenal theater experience. So, see you guys next time.